Good day, everyone. So, today we will be reporting the chapter for the business organization and management, and I hope you will learn something about us. Thank you. Chapter 4 Types of Organization. Chapter 4 Types of Organization. As a business is set up and develops, it follows a fixed form of internal structure. The structure may be simple or complex, but it can be generally identified as belonging to certain well-defined forms. So, there are several types of organic which have developed during the growth of the business, of which the most common are the line type, function type, and the line and staff type. So first, let's tackle the line type. What is the line type? First is the line type. The line type of business organization is an organization where there is a direct flow of authority from the top position to immediately subordinate level. A characteristic of this type is the superior subordinate who in turn delegates authority to another subordinate, thus forming a line from the very top of the lowest level of the organization structure. The line type is usually prevalent in small enterprises. The emergencies of bigger entities necessitated the incorporation of certain modifications of the pure line form. Weaknesses of this type of organization have to be eliminated, like the overloading of executive with too much duties and responsibilities and the bypassing of advantages which can be derived from specialization. Second is the lines of authority are vertical, all in the same level of authority as in the case of foremen are independent of each other. Each is supreme in his own field and is responsible only the man directly above him. These characteristics of a line organization later led to the development of non-vertical authority in the functional and line staff concepts. Essentially, line authority continues to prevail in most organizations. The line supervisor in almost all business enterprises is still the boss. Any non-vertical authority is auxiliary in nature, strengthens the line structure, and merely emphasizes what line type is. The last one is the line and staff type. This line type necessitates the highest grade of executive and requires workers to be efficient. No other type of organization demands such all-around knowledge and ability. As we stated, it presupposes total competence at the top.
Our topic for today is all about the advantage and disadvantage of the line type. But before we proceed, let me ask you something. For you, how is the line type important? Yes, you're right. Line type is important because it helps an organization in your business to achieve the greater consistency of tasks and activities that are involved in production of products and services. So that's why there are 6 advantages that can help your business or organization customer satisfaction, such as the directness, fixed responsibility, discipline, simplicity, flexibility, and lastly, the development. So, the directness. Directness is each member of the organization is aware of who is responsible for them and what function they are performing. Next is the fixed responsibility. The responsibility is not divided. Employees and supervisor at each level are subject to singleness of control. Duties and responsibilities of the employees are well defined. Therefore, every employee can be held responsible for specific duties assigned to them. Third is the discipline. It can be seen that discipline is easily maintained and control is definite. The directness and fixed responsibility of this type of organization naturally lead to stronger discipline, unity and command, effective control and coordination, develop the feelings of discipline among all the employee of the officer of the organization. Fourth is the simplicity. The line type relationship is straightforward to define due to its simplicity. The organizing strategy is straightforward. It is simple to set up, manage, and explain to employees, and all of an organization employees' job and obligation are clearly defined and conveyed to them. Fifth is the flexibility. The line organization flexibility comes from its simple structure, which allows for swift adjustment to changing circumstances. For example, each superior has complete authority and responsibility for his position, and he is free to make any decision he sees fit in the performance of his responsibility. He can quickly adapt to the needs of the company. And lastly, the development. At higher level of authority, there is development all around the executives because each executive is in charge of his department. It provides an opportunity for all around development of executives. That's all for the advantages of line type. Disadvantages of the line type. The first disadvantages of the line type is it becomes difficult to secure executives, supervisors, and workers with all-around knowledge and with the ability required. The executives are overloaded with work because they deal all the aspects of their department. That's why executives and supervisor must know everything to handle and supervise the same. The second is specialization is not taken advantage of. Each one in the organization has a variety of duties and responsibilities. Third is, in a company considerable size, the executives are amped to be overloaded with duties and responsibilities. Fourth is, too much reliance is placed on the chef and other executives. If one or more or the top executive should become incapacitated, the business is bound to be crippled temporarily, is not permanently. The fifth is the spirit of teamwork or working together toward a common goal or end is something lacking the line of organization. For this teamwork is needed so that your business will become succeed to your common goal. That's all for the disadvantages of the line type. So, what is functional type of organization? It is the organization is different from the line type and involved as an answer to the problem and disadvantage inherent in the line type organization that can we shown. First is express or mean trained for a particular kind of work are employed instead of all around men. The second is in the strict functional type, we have the full application of the principle of division of labor, both mental and manual. Third is the direct flow of authority from the head of the organization down to the worker is done away with or eliminated. Though all of these characteristics can help your business succeed, it is also the challenges in order to run the business started. And lastly, it will boost your business potential energy and contribute the company success.
Comparison of line and functional types. Disadvantages of the functional types. 1. Discipline tends to break down among the workmen and at times even among the foremen at lower supervisory levels. Human nature still insists on a clear authority. When the same workman answers to many supervisors, his discipline becomes lax. 2. When discipline is weak, morale is likely to be low. 3. There is a retarded flow of action on account of the divided control. At, at times, the same task overlaps into two or more functional areas of supervision. This leads to confusion. 4. Responsibility is theoretically fixed, but in practice, backpassing becomes the rule. It is difficult to fix the blame for wrong person. or for wrong action. Each foreman disciplines responsibility and points to another as the erring person. The disadvantages proved to be so overpowering, however, that it is doubtful if an example of pure functional organization exists in business today. The line and staff type. As the name indicates, the line of the organization is the combination of the best features of both the line and the functional types. It is considered as having the advantages of both and with the disadvantages of each removed or eliminated. The line organization continues to be the basic framework of the organizational structure. Authority in the organization remain mostly line. The principles earlier referred to on directness, responsibility, discipline, and etc. However, with the addition of staff, the principles are modified to allow of exception. A staff executive, therefore, supports the line officers. The line executive continue to be responsible for the carrying of the operational activities. They execute plans, they directly exercise authority over the employees, they supervise the activities directly related to accomplishing the major objectives of the enterprise. The staff executive perform the specialized functions of planning, investigating, giving counsel, and performing special services for the line operation. The line officer executes and implements. He commands persons. The staff officer advises and counsels. He represents authority over ideas. In the higher level of management, the idea of staff has led to three classifications of the various specialists upon whom the top executive may rely. First, general staff refers to the advisors who service the entire organization. Thus, the personnel manager and the legal officer perform counseling and research for the entire organizations. Second, special staff consists of in specific and usually highly technical areas. The market analyst, the quality control engineer, and certain chemists or special staff. Third, personal staff refers to private secretaries, special assistants, and the other whose relationship to the top executive are more personal and intimate. According to Professor Arthur G. Anderson of the University of Illinois, there are two departmental organizations in the line and staff type. First, line departmental organization for doing the actual manufacturing or whatever type of business the company is engaged in. Second, supplementary staff organization acting in an advisory capacity. Furthermore, this group in concerned with making analysis, doing research and investigation, work planning, and coordinating information to be made available to executives. The line and staff type offers a clear-cut divisions of efforts, separating the routine from the non-routine work of production, and separating the planning from execution. The general manager has available staff service, consisting of an industrial department and research department and experimental laboratory. The staff department have no direct control over production, nor do they exercise any executive authority. The only line authority they have is over the few subordinates in their own department. The line and staff concept as an improvement over both the line and the line function type offers certain advantages.
The line and staff concept as an improvement over both line and the function types offers certain advantage. Number one, greater flexibility. Flexibility was mentioned as an advantage of the line organization with the addition of staff. Flexibility is increased. Number two, greater strength. The line departments gets the benefits of well-studied advice in a particular field. Line officers are enabled to act certainly. Number three, specialization. The advantages of specialization are applied without falling into the difficulties of the functional organizations. Number four, executive training. A line executive studied carefully by the advice of staff specialists become more qualified executive. The line and staff has area of weakness. Unless the line of communications are kept clear and uncluttered, workmen may confuse line orders by the staff advice and do not answer directly by giving their advice because they may become careless. Assistants are part of staff. In other words, assistants do innumerable things to assist the executive as a virtual extension of the executive. but they never attempt to take the executive line of duties or the personal responsibilities. Functions of committee: to get the members to work as team. The larger the concern, the greater is need for some coordinating force to bind the various units in a working wall. Properly selected committees placed at strategic point in the organization can meet to become task force. One of the greatest problems in the industry is how to balance sales and productions in a big corporations. There's need for close cooperation between the sales department and the manufacturing department for the welfare of the company as well. However, considerable frictions between the two departments usually exist.
Function of committees. A few of the functions of the committees that may be mentioned as follows. First, to get the member to work as a team. Second, to recognize executive ability and enable training for those who later will comprise top management. Third, to enable the falling together of executive abilities and experience or the bringing together of some of the best brains of the company. Each of the important divisions of the manufacturing company is represented. Opinions are exchanged and facts are presented. Question can be decided to the best advantage to be concerned. The bringing together of different executive result in a balanced approach to problem. Fourth, to secure the unity of action upon which success in any enterprises depends. Properly utilized, a committee should be an effective tool of management. Committee work is a time-consuming and result in unnecessary delays. They are also danger than even in instances where a clean course of action is called for there may compress. Basic principle of committee organization. Unity like the phrase of organization, vary terms of needs of our given enterprise. There are four basic principles to be considered in organizing committees. First, the organization of the committee should grow out of a need that recognized by a representative of a department and the personnel affected. Second, the member of a committee should be representative of the function and the personnel concerned, and these members should represent variation in opinion among personnel. Third, duties, authorization, and responsibilities must be clearly defined if, owing the circumstances, they are subjected to change. Fourth, the organization